Welcome to Dark Love Psychology. One day the connection feels electric. She's warm, deeply affectionate, and completely engaged in your world. Her texts are enthusiastic and full of detail. She initiates plans for the future, and her laughter feels like a private language only you two share. You feel seen, desired, and secure in the bond you're building. It's a powerful, intoxicating feeling of mutual closeness. Then, almost overnight, the climate changes. The next day, or perhaps the next week, she's distant. Her replies become slow, clipped, or maybe they stop altogether. She's emotionally cold, deflecting your bids for connection with a vague "I'm busy" or a wall of silence. The warmth you relied on has vanished, replaced by a confusing and unsettling chill. You're left staring at your phone, rereading past conversations, wondering what you did wrong. This jarring emotional whiplash is known as hot and cold behavior. And it's one of the most misunderstood dynamics in modern dating, a pattern that leaves most men feeling confused, anxious, and completely powerless. Psychologically, this pattern hijacks a powerful mechanism in your brain called reward prediction error. When she's warm, your brain anticipates a reward, her affection and validation. When she suddenly turns cold, that reward is unexpectedly withdrawn. This creates a neurological error signal, flooding your brain with dopamine, not in response to pleasure, but in a frantic search to solve the problem and get the reward back. It creates an addictive loop of chasing her validation, making you fixate on her every move. Think of it like a flickering light in a dark room. Your instinct isn't to question the faulty wiring, it's to stare at the bulb, waiting and hoping for it to become stable and bright again. This is precisely how most men react, and it's a reaction that often makes the situation significantly worse. In this video, we will dissect this pattern. I'll explain the deep psychological reasons why hot and cold behavior happens, what it truly signifies about her emotional state, and crucially, how the common reactions from men can inadvertently reinforce the cycle and diminish their own value. But let me be clear, this is not about learning manipulative games or tactics. This is about developing a profound understanding of complex emotional patterns, both in her and in yourself. It's about learning to respond with calm, centered strength, protecting your own peace while navigating the uncertainty. What hot and cold behavior really is. Have you ever been with someone who showers you with affection one day, only to become distant and unresponsive the next? This whiplash is often called hot and cold behavior, and it can be incredibly confusing and emotionally draining. At its core, this behavior is a pattern of emotional inconsistency. It's a jarring shift between connection and disconnection that leaves you questioning where you stand. The hot phase feels fantastic. They are warm, attentive, and fully present. They might text you constantly, make future plans, and share intimate details about their life. You feel seen, desired, and secure in the growing connection. Then, abruptly, the cold phase begins. They become distant. Texts go unanswered for hours or days. They seem withdrawn, preoccupied, and emotionally unavailable. Plans are canceled with vague excuses. The warmth you felt is replaced by a chilling silence, and you're left wondering what you did wrong. This cycle is powerful because it hijacks our brain's reward system. Neurologically, it creates something called a reward prediction error. When we expect a positive interaction, a warm text, a loving glance, and don't get it, our brain flags it as an error. This uncertainty can make the moments of warmth feel even more rewarding when they finally return, creating a powerful, almost addictive pull. But it's crucial to understand that this pattern is rarely random or a calculated game designed to manipulate you. More often than not, it reflects a deep internal conflict within the other person. It's not about their feelings for you being uncertain. It's about their own unresolved emotional struggles. For example, a woman might feel a powerful attraction and a genuine desire for intimacy. As she gets closer to you, the hot phase, her own fear of emotional vulnerability or losing her independence gets triggered. This fear creates intense anxiety. To cope, she pulls away, the cold phase, not to punish you, but to regain a sense of safety and control over her own emotions. The distance is a defense mechanism. Once she feels safe again, the desire for connection returns, and the cycle repeats. The human brain responds strongly to contrast. Certainty calms the brain, uncertainty activates it. Hot and cold behavior creates dopamine spikes, emotional anticipation, mental fixation. Example: when affection disappears suddenly, The brain tries to fix the gap, creating emotional obsession. This is why inconsistency feels addictive. Many people want connection, but fear vulnerability. Hot behavior appears when emotions feel safe. Cold behavior appears when emotions feel overwhelming. Example: after a deep emotional moment, she suddenly distances herself. This isn't rejection. It's emotional self-protection. Intermittent reinforcement. When rewards are unpredictable, attachment increases. Hot and cold behavior mirrors this pattern. Affection appears, affection disappears. The brain chases consistency. Example: the uncertainty creates stronger emotional hooks than steady attention ever could. Most men respond by chasing reassurance, over-texting, over-explaining, becoming emotionally reactive. This reinforces the cycle. Example: when she pulls away, chasing signals neediness, which increases her emotional resistance. Healthy attraction involves push-pull, not hot and cold. Push-pull is intentional balance. Hot and cold is emotional instability. Example: push-pull, calm presence, plus space. Hot and cold, intense emotion, plus sudden withdrawal. Knowing the difference matters. The strongest response to hot and cold behavior is emotional stability. Do not chase. Do not punish. Do not overreact. Stay grounded. Example: you remain calm whether she's warm or distant. That stability removes the emotional leverage. So let's bring it all together. Hot and cold behavior isn't a display of power. It's a sign of internal conflict. It's the external symptom of a person wrestling with their own insecurities, attachment fears, or unresolved issues. When you face this inconsistency, remember that you are not witnessing a strategic game of chess. You are witnessing a struggle. And in that struggle, your peace of mind is not a pawn to be sacrificed. The key isn't to learn how to play the game better. It's to recognize you don't have to play at all. True strength, the kind that builds lasting respect and attraction, doesn't come from mirroring their chaos or trying to outsmart their unpredictability. It comes from your own unwavering center. Throughout this video, we've explored the psychological underpinnings of this behavior, from the dopamine-driven confusion it creates in the brain, to the practical tools you can use to navigate it. We've discussed setting firm but compassionate boundaries, using grounding techniques to manage your own emotional state, and communicating with clarity instead of reacting with anxiety. The man who stays calm, centered, and self-directed doesn't get pulled into these exhausting emotional cycles. He rises above them. He understands that his value is not determined by someone else's fluctuating attention. He chooses stability over drama, and in doing so, he becomes a source of gravitational calm, not just for himself, but for those who are ready for a genuine connection. This is the foundation of self-respect. This journey of understanding is ongoing. If you want to continue developing your emotional intelligence and gain more psychology-based insights like this, subscribe to the channel and be sure to watch the next video we have lined up for you. It builds directly on the principles we've covered today. Thank you for investing your time with us until the very end. We'll see you in the next one.